That intro was made by Vampire Meerkat. 3 out of 10. Season 1. Have you ever wanted to see what happens when people get together to make a game? Normally, I would assume they try to go for the gold. Well, this tells the story of a company who doesn't even want to go for the bronze. They just want to put out a game, even if it's not very good. So basically, this was the story of Data Designs. Just kidding, just kidding. This is the story of a mobile company, I believe. I have to assume the game they're making is a mobile game. First off, I want to say this was sent to me by the publisher. And like always, I want to disclose that. This is a point-and-click adventure game set in a game creation studio. It's told in an episodic format where it plays out like a TV show. And honestly, you know what? I can actually see this working as a TV show. They do kind of break up the action by having you play minigames occasionally, but really they don't even care if you play the minigames. Even if you get the worst score, you're going to progress. You can even skip it if you want. The title cares more about the story than gameplay. You play as the new animator of the studio, who is replacing the old one who mysteriously exploded. You quickly meet your other co-workers who are all kooky and crazy. You start off by helping them with their latest game, Surfing with Sharks, which is an endless runner with a twist. The game actually ends. They decide to add things to make it better, which only makes it worse and more cluttered. But when word gets out that they're changing the shark in the game from a tiger shark to a great white, protests erupt outside, and everyone has to come up with a plan to stop it. And that's just the first episode, and that lasts about 30 minutes. Then you go into another one with a new plotline, whether it be stopping interns from being sent in droves to your studio, or a Nerf war in the office. There's always something new to do in each episode. However, the variety of the stories is what kept me coming. It's not hard to do when there's only 5 episodes in a season though. The world is colorful and interesting to look at, and the game is genuinely funny at times, as well as everything being voice acted, which isn't something you always get in these types of games. Now this is a very easy title. Don't expect any challenge. The point and click parts of the game are only there so you can interact with the people or do something in the world. Don't expect any major challenges in the gameplay at all. Like I mentioned, there are mini games to play in each episode, and I believe all of them are completely optional. You will earn stars if you choose to play them, and some of the games you can earn more stars if you do well. These stars will unlock extra bonuses, like the ability to explore the world freely, see concept art, soundtracks, and more. So there is actually a reason to come back if you care about this. If you don't though, it's a 3-hour game that'll make you chuckle more than a few times. 3 out of 10, Season 1 was great. I do wish the episodes were a bit longer than 30 minutes long, but I am glad the stories were not dragged out. There were just some episodes that I wish had more scenes. But the game cares more about telling the story quickly than to slow down and give you the nuances of what's happening in the background, so I guess I understand. Now this is normally $9.99, and I think that's just about right for the amount of content you get, so I do think it's worth a buy. If you want to play a quick game which feels like a TV show with some random mini games so they can actually call this thing a game, I do think it's worth a buy.